Hello and welcome to our Teaching for Success inclusive podcast series. I'm your host, Rosa Kemerembe. Today, we are going to address a painful truth in Ugandan education, the culture of leaking national exams. We hear the stories every year. Papers circulating on WhatsApp before the exam, invigilators caught with mobile phones, entire schools disqualified. But here's what the headlines often get wrong. It's not the students who are the masterminds. Students are rarely arrested. Instead, it's teachers who share answers with learners. It is school administrators who buy leaked papers or pressure staff to cheat. And those same administrators could and should face prosecution. So why do educators, the very people trusted to build integrity, become the source of dishonesty? And more importantly, how do we stop punishing children for adult crimes and start fixing the broken systems that push teachers to cheat? Let's get honest. Let's name the first reason: the pressure on schools to appear high performing. A school that scores 90% in Division 1 attracts parents. Fees flow in, enrollments boom. A school that fails, it closes. Teachers lose jobs. So school owners and head teachers make an unspoken deal. Get the results by any means, and the easiest means, pay for leaked papers. Instruct teachers to write answers on the boards during the exam, or simply bribe the invigilators. The teacher in the classroom often has no choice. Refuse to cheat, you are fired. Cooperate, you keep your salary, if it is even paid on time. Which brings us to reason 2, profit over pedagogy. Many schools in Uganda are run as businesses first, learning institutions second. The goal is not deep understanding. The goal is a glossy results sheet. And when the focus is money, integrity is the first thing that is sold. But here is what breaks my heart. When a school performs poorly, instead of asking, where are the learning gaps? Or what professional development do our teachers need? They cheat. They skip the hard work of improving lessons, making them engaging, ensuring students actually retain and understand teaching concepts. Poor performance could be a gift, a chance to diagnose problems. But in a profit-driven system, failure is not a learning opportunity. It is a financial disaster, so they leak. Now, some will say, just arrest the teachers and administrators, problem solved. Yes, administrators who organize cheating must face the law, but arresting a few people will not stop the next leak because the root cause remains. Let us look holistically. Are teachers paid well and on time? A teacher who has not received a salary for 3 months is desperate. They might sell an exam paper to a school owner just to feed their family. That is not an excuse, but it is our reality. Are teachers motivated? Do they have collaborative planning time? Are they kept abreast of evidence-based teaching practices, or are they isolated, undertrained, and given outdated curricula? And what about the students themselves? Especially in rural areas, are they well-fed? Can they read for meaning? Does a child with a learning disability or neurodivergence receive any support? No. They are told to repeat the class or sit in the back. When learning is failing at every level, the desperate shortcut is to cheat. So, here's my proposal. Instead of only punishing, though yes, punish criminal administrators, let us also work with policymakers to ensure timely, fair salaries for teachers. Provide real professional development, not workshops where people sleep. Create school feeding programs so hungry children can also think. And let us talk to school owners and head teachers, not with accusations first, but with curiosity. What help do you need? Why do you feel the need to cheat? Why is that your only option? When schools that perform poorly reach out and say, our students are failing, please help us find out why, that is a win. We should applaud them, not shame them. I also want to address a hidden driver of teacher-assisted cheating, the complete lack of support for students with learning disabilities. Imagine a child with dyslexia. They cannot read the exam paper. The teacher knows this child is bright verbally, but the written exam destroys them. What does that teacher do? In a system with no reader or extra time, the teacher might whisper answers. That is not right, but it's a sign of systemic failure. We need accommodations, real ones, for physical disabilities, neurodivergence, learning disabilities, not just in theory, in every exam room around the country, rural and in the urban schools as well. Until we provide that, some teachers will continue to help in secret, and that help is cheating, but its roots are exclusion. Let me ask you something. When a teacher gives a student leaked answers, what lesson does that student learn? They learn that grades are more important than knowledge, that adults lie, that the system is corrupt. So why bother being honest? And then we send that child into society and wonder why we have dishonesty in all levels of our society, right from the top in the government to the bottom, the person selling fruit in the marketplace, in business, in daily life, everywhere. Cheating on national exams is not a victimless shortcut. It is training for a dishonest country. So what must change? Focus on learning, not just grades. Improvement, not perfection. Honesty, not appearance. Work with school administrators. Listen to their struggles, but hold them accountable. If they cheat, arrest them. If they ask for help, support them. And support teachers, pay them, train them, collaborate with them. A respected, motivated teacher does not need to leak papers. And please, stop that narrative. Oh, we do all of that. We know all of that. We're doing all of that. No, you're not. You are absolutely not. And you know it. As we close this episode, remember this. A leaked exam does not create an educated child. It creates a child who has learned that dishonesty works. But a struggling student who receives good teaching, a full stomach, and a fair chance, that student grows into an adult who can actually build Uganda. Let us stop blaming the children. Let us stop pretending that mass arrests solve anything. Let us instead ask the hard questions. Are we paying teachers? Are we feeding learners? Are we training for real understanding? Because honestly, in exams, everything begins with honesty in the system. Honesty in exams begins with honesty in the system. I am Rosa Kemirembe. Thank you for listening, and let us keep teaching for real success.